Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently in Tural and want to start the first tribal quest, or as they're now called, Allied Society quests for the Dawn Trail expansion. And it begins with this blue-garbed pelu. Maybe meeting with her won't be so easy after all. Mablu's chat should be around here somewhere though. Well, Desiree, the adventurer? The mighty warrior traveled the length of breath of Tural, taking in its myriad sights, sounds and smells, even those within the otherworldly dome. The savvy haggler who helped the third promise acquire a saddle worth 10 pelu in the 1000 column despite starting with a mere 100? My inner abacus is clucking away. You're the missing piece I've been looking for. The missing piece of my brand new enterprise, that is. Sorry about that. Got a little carried away. Just so happy to finally meet you. I'm Liplu, a merchant. Until recently, my business was bedcloths, all woven from the finest alpaca wool. My dear friend Mablu told me all about you. I hear you gave her the nudge she needed to embark upon her journey as a peddler. Can't begin to thank you enough. But I'll get straight to the point. I have a proposal for you today, Desiree. How would you like to become a special advisor for a trailblazing tourism venture? I call it the Turali Travel Agency. Of course, you'll be compensated for your time. You'll also be the first in line for all kinds of treats and trinkets, not to mention a wealth of exciting experiences. You don't have to answer right away, but if any of this has roused your interest, please come and visit me in Okanu. We can go over the final details there. I'll be waiting for you, along with the rest of my associates. Now, Liplu is probably a girl. I'm not certain if the voice I gave her fits, but now I'm committed. I try to keep them straight, even if I occasionally fail. Ah, there you are. Thanks for coming. Right, here goes. Oh, Kali, welcome to Kozama'Uka. Oh, Kali. You've mastered the Hanu greeting, but I wouldn't expect anything less from someone so well-traveled. Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Liplu, the founder of a Turali travel agency. With me are my brother Jubilee and my Hanu associates. We'd be happy to explain the ins and outs of our budding enterprise. You were there for the Ascension ceremony, weren't you? Yes, of course I was. Dawn Servant Vuklamat spoke of growing to love her people all the more as she got to know them better. How she wanted us to live with joy in our hearts and smiles on our faces. Well, those words certainly left their mark. The capital's residents are eager to learn about their fellow Turali, who in turn yearn to foster understanding. You see it too, don't you? An unmistakable business opportunity. Well, that's precisely where Turali Travel Agency comes in. We'll answer that budgeting demand. Our goal is to help revitalize the community as it attempts to rebuild after a great storm. Promoting Kozama'Uka as a tourist destination will provide a much needed source of income for the region, and with it all the benefits that follow. Of course, we wouldn't be having this conversation had we not consulted the Hanu beforehand. After much discussion, they kindly agreed to set aside a tract of land by Doc Porga for development, and would you believe it, the villagers are flocking to join our staff. As Liplu said, the people are eager to learn about their fellow Turali, and we Hanu are eager to share our culture with them as well. Much as when you helped us to revive Ihana, we hope to welcome many outsiders into our home, that we may know one another better and enjoy each other's company. What better way to do so than to support this tourism initiative? Of course, tourism is an industry new to Tural. This is unfamiliar territory in many respects, and people understandably have their concerns. But who better to assuage those concerns than someone who's roamed far and wide and met with countless Turali from all over the continent? I see. I am the managerial side of the enterprise. If you decide to join us, I'll be counting on your insight to help me solve the little problems we'll no doubt encounter along the way. The Pelus strive to spread happiness through trade. It's little wonder they find a warm welcome wherever they go. Their guiding principle has earned them a great deal of trust over the years. Mablu introduced Liplu to Elder Zanuhali. She would often visit our village to peddle her wares, and it was because of her we saw fit to consider the proposal. When we first gathered to discuss the issue, Liplu painted a vivid picture of the impact her venture would have on the region, financial and otherwise. You are aware that Kozama'Uka was ravaged by mighty storms, yes? By welcoming more travelers to our land, we stand to gain many new customers, not to mention the opportunity to work for the travel agency itself. This way we hope to raise the funds we need to rebuild and recover. This will also be an excellent chance for the rest of Tural to get to know us. No matter how you look at it, we'd be fools not to cooperate with Liplu and her brother. The core of our business is providing accommodation and guided tours of the local areas. As we speak, Rook Evu is putting his shipwright skills to use, heading up construction for our base of operations by Doc Porga. From sourcing foodstuffs to souvenirs and everything in between, we're working hand in glove with the good people of Okanu to make sure this venture benefits everyone involved. Still, there are a few things I'm worried about. The guided tours, for example. Visitors will journey here after making a reservation at our office in Tuliolal, and we have to guarantee their safety every step of the way. After all, we can't expect our customers to handle themselves like you can. And that leads us neatly back to my proposition. So, how about it? Can we count on your help as a special advisor when the travel agency finds its feet? Consider yourself advised, especially. Aha! I knew I could count on you. Wonderful. Although I'm loath to put you to work straight away, I would seek your assistance. We guides have each devised a plan for our prospective tours based on our knowledge of our homeland. But we'd benefit greatly from the input of a worldly traveler like yourself. Honest opinions only. Liplu, perhaps you could accompany Desiree and appraise the tours as well? I stay behind and oversee construction with Rook Evu. A fine idea. Guides, please wait in your respective tour locations. I will take Desiree to each of you in town. See you. When you're ready, just say the word. I'm as keen as the Hanu are to hear your thoughts. All set? Now then, our 3 guides have planned 3 unique tours, so we will speak with them one at a time before proceeding to the next. We start by paying a visit to Genu Hanu, the Fields of Gold, who I'm told wishes to showcase local industry with a focus on the village and wheat fields. Let's go. There's something enchanting about the sight of all these reeds swaying in the wind, especially at night when you can see the fireflies dancing among them. I'm glad you're here. I almost couldn't bear the wait. Right, let me explain my concept for the tour. First and foremost, I see this as a chance for our customers to understand the Hanu. They're better to learn than right here among our wheat fields. After all, wheats are at the very heart of our culture. Just cast your gaze across these lush fields, and you get a sense of what defines us. But that's enough of my thoughts. What do you think? I should like to believe this is a place those not of the Hanu can also appreciate, but... Perhaps wheats shouldn't be the sole focus? The tour should absolutely involve the reeds, but as Desiree suggests, I think visitors will want to learn about other aspects of Hanu culture too. Perhaps giving them a tour of local settlements will serve as a worthy introduction to your traditions? Yes, I think the plan is coming along nicely. To summarize, if we begin by guiding guests around the villages, they see how reeds are so tightly interwoven with Hanu culture, that way they'll appreciate the precious resource growing in your paddies all the more. I was so excited about showing visitors our fields, I hadn't considered that they might like to learn about the normal everyday lives we Hanu live too. I appreciate the suggestion. Consider also having a range of handicrafts on offer that visitors might purchase if so inclined. Perhaps a mix of practical household items and more esoteric trinkets, charms and the likes? Alright, let's head for Breath Between next. Zalihali has proposed a walking tour of a river and ought to be waiting for us there. And a tour that takes in the villages and the fields. The waters here are dazzlingly clear, don't you think? And filled with a bounty of fish besides. Of course, the current is awfully strong as well. We must take care that no guests fall in, lest they be swept away in an instant. Oh, I completely lost track of time. My attention was whisked away by the endless waters of Kushage. If you didn't already know, Kushage means a big tongue in our language. If you aren't careful, you might find yourself slopped up and taken off by the current. You know, I bet insights into the language like that would prove a hit with visitors. I'm so glad you think so. But I'm a little unsure of my plan. The idea is to guide guests along the river, explaining the language and local history as I go, but is that really enough entertainment? How about to work in a spot of fishing too? I see, offering activity besides sightseeing is a wonderful idea. I appreciate your advice. Whatever form of a tour takes, I want to make sure our guests leave completely satisfied. I'll be sure to confirm with Liplu as I hammer out the details. It's time we went to see Zenohanu. He proposed a magical spelunking tour in which visitors can marvel at the natural beauty of a world beneath our feet. The Cave Kikitola. The soft green reflection of the rocks, the cool crisp air, the tinkling of flowing water. I feel as though I'm in the presence of a divine. There you are. I'm starting to feel lonesome waiting for you to arrive. Let's get straight to it, shall we? Cave Kikitola is a source of many minerals and medicinal ingredients. For generations it's been held as a sacred site of healing. I'm sure visitors will be enamored with the cave's natural beauty. The route here from the village is long and arduous, and the interior is rather dark. I fear it might not be a suitable reward for the challenge of simply getting there. I'm more concerned about all the fiends nearby. You might be right. Compared to the other plans, at least, the fiend threat is certainly an issue. I should have given that more consideration. Well, we could reserve this course for particularly seasoned customers. So long as they are accompanied by guides capable of dealing with any unfortunate encounters, we should be able to mitigate the risk. Besides, the cave is truly stunning, not to mention rich in resources. I think the experience could prove highly educational. With a detailed plan and plenty of safeguards in place, I foresee a lot of demand for such a tour. I must say, the two of you are full of fine ideas. I'm starting to get excited. Just give me a little longer to have my plan ready. Well, with that, we have heard all three proposals from our guides. I'm sure you're tired after all that traipsing around, but let's get back to Arkanu, shall we? A special tour for seasoned travelers. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time, but you helped address the guide's worries and brought some excellent suggestions to the table. While we are out there, a question I've been pondering came to mind. What exactly is it that we're selling with a Turali travel agency? It is not as simple as peddling produce or providing a service. If we're unsure, we'll have a hard time enticing the customers. For the longest time I couldn't pinpoint the answer, but hearing those proposals made it crystal clear. We are in the business of ephemeral experiences. It's our responsibility to curate every moment of a visitor's stay and ensure they leave with wonderful memories that last a lifetime. That way, our customers will be sure to fall in love with Kozama'Uka and its people. I can practically hear my inner abacus clacking away, provided we hold fast to our principles and remember that we're here to serve our customers above all else. I'm confident they'll have no qualms about parting with our hard-earned pal. The Turali travel agency will be synonymous with experiences both exceptional and unforgettable. I have to drive that message home when I promote our enterprise in the capital. Then there's the matter of making sure the benefits outweigh the burdens for Wahanu. There's so much to do. But before all that, how about we take a look at our soon-to-be-built base of operations near Dock Bogger? Knowing my brother and Vukevu, I dare say we made remarkable progress already. And they gave the corner here their own Aetheryte with patch 7.1. Apparently we're ready to start construction. The blueprints have been finalized and all the materials are at hand. Once the work is finished, when the countdown really begins, he's hoping for satisfied customers and, more importantly, happiness for all involved, be they Hanu, Pelu, or adventurer extraordinaire. It's so wonderful to have you on board. Let's work together and make this a stunning success. And we learn Ohokali. What do you say we get this thing built? With construction work on the Turali travel agency complete, Liplu and her associates have their eyes set on establishing Kozama'Uka as a top tourist destination. Yet a host of challenges remain before their goal can be realized. As special advisor, it's your duty to offer support and guidance as they embark on this exciting new enterprise. Pelu Proponent. It's the achievement for unlocking it. Let me get the F right. As I said, it's new. And get a request from Ubli. When it comes to chasing my dreams, my sister is like a wild alpaca charging up a mountainside. Unstoppable, that is. I imagine her initial pitch was rather forthright. As Liplu's brother and co-founder of the agency, I sincerely thank you for agreeing to join us. A notion of promotion. We can't simply wait around and hope customers find us of their own accord. It's vital people are made aware of the Turali travel agency's existence. To that end, I had these promotional flyers made up. Can I trouble you to distribute them in Okbekbe? Traders traveling from the capital often visit the settlement. I'll have you seek out potential customers and give them a flyer. Ideally, they then spread the word about our enterprise to their associates and loved ones. The Hanu residing in Okbekbe are already familiar with the agency, so try and target other Turali when handing out the flyers. Travel safely. What else do we have? Burden of Beasts. We receive regular alpaca feed shipments from Okupasha by way of the capital. We are due a delivery, but the Pelu in charge is nowhere to be seen. He's a reliable fellow, so I don't suppose for a moment that he's just abandoned the cargo. Would you mind going to see what the problem is? Knowing the usual delivery schedule, I imagine he's somewhere nearby. Okay, and growing as a guide. One of our newly recruited tour guides wished to rehearse before beginning their duties in earnest. When it comes to local knowledge, you couldn't ask for a better guide. Alas, they struggle with public speaking. Perhaps you could offer some advice and encouragement? Now, let's see. Conscientious Courier. Talk about backpacking labor. This load is far too heavy for me. Still, can't let the backpackers down. Ah, you look like you carried a crate or two in your time. Would you be willing to help? Take this wooden crate and deliver it to the alpaca handler. Anything to lighten the load is appreciated. I'll be right along, just as soon as I've caught my breath. Timed carrying. Hop, 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 hop. That must be part of your order. Thanks for the help. You did well to manage. I swear those crates weigh as much as a fully grown punuti. They're full of special feed for the alpacas and rich with succulent highland corn. Even when they get tired or sick or lose their appetite, we mix in a handful of the good stuff and they soon perk up. Honestly, one whiff is all it takes to distract them, so much so that they simply refuse to carry the feed and just stand there on the spot kicking up a fuss. And so it falls to us to handle the cargo. Anyway, I appreciate the assistance. Feel free to let Ubli know the shipment has arrived. Good. And to Okbekbe. Tural visitor. What's the matter? Interested in vacation in the area? A new travel agency opened. Ah, travel agency offering guided tours. Fine idea. Ever since I visited Kozama'Uka on business, I've been itching to return. With an enterprise like this in the region, I might just have to bring my family along with me. Are you here on business too? Kind of. I'm promoting a business. The Turali travel agency, how intriguing. I must say, distributing flyers like this is such an efficient means of conveying information. I'll make sure this gets seen wherever my peddling takes me. Ah, you have something for me? A travel agency based in Kozama'Uka with an office in Turali. Come to think of it, my mother is always talking about visiting the region. I have to show her this when I get back to the capital. Those were very positive receptions. And I think on some of the early receptions in some of the society quests in Endwalker, where in the beginning they outright refused or faked interest. But this looks good right now. You're the agency's special advisor. Did Ubli send you to help me practice? Forgive me if I'm a little nervous. On this tour, I shall be explaining all about Okanu, one of our villages. The settlement is surrounded by paddies. The weeds grown there have been our livelihood for generations. The crop has many different uses. Not only are the weeds edible, but artisans use them in all manner of crafts. I personally recommend the dolls we make with wheat offcuts. They're especially popular with young Hanu. I suppose some of our guests won't be interested in toys. You're doing fine, keep it up. Thank you. Of course, we have plenty of keepsakes I can recommend besides. Let's see, if you wish to make a purchase, please head to the northern side of the A.Society Plaza. There are plenty of stores to browse, so I'm sure you'll find something to suit your tastes. As for the anglers, there's no shortage of fishing supplies. As a matter of fact, we even offer a special fishing tour for those looking to make the most of the local waterways. Thank you for listening. I hope you've learned a great deal about Okanu. I stumbled over my words here and there, but as long as I keep practicing, I know I can succeed. Thank you for your help. Okay, I promoted and it looks good. I appreciate your help handing out the flyers. Given the number of visitors passing through, Oknepe might just be the best location in Kozama'Uka to promote the travel agency. Of course, flyers are available outside our office in Turali, but there's nothing like a grassroots approach to really generate awareness. Each flyer we hand out is a potential customer in the making. My job is to make sure expectations are exceeded if and when they decide to visit. Thanks for helping with the delivery. The alpacas will be delighted their favorite treat is back in stock. We've tried all manner of tricks to get them hauling their feet, but nothing works. Even with an airtight seal in the crates, they soon sniff out the corn and refuse to comply. Suffice it to say, we'll have need of your crate carrying services again. Until next time. Sounds like our guide in training benefited from the rehearsal. With a little more practice, they'll soon be ready for their first customer. Thank you. Perhaps you can offer some more advice the next time you find yourself at a loose end? Good. And that's it for today. We unlocked the Pelu tribe. Until next time, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV, I'm Mace and don't get lost.